Hi guys, I'm Devushmita from Two Busy Bums. In our channel, we make all the cloth diapering related videos. If you are new to our channel, make sure you subscribe to our channel before you go and follow us on our social media to stay updated about all the things that we make in our store and we sell in our shop, giveaways that goes on and everything. So in this video, I wanted to talk about how I potty train my first child because my second one is almost getting ready to potty train. So I thought this would be a good time when you know how I potty train my first one so that you can kind of, follow along with me to know how we are gonna potty train our second one. So the first thing that you need to know is I was living in USA. My first one was born, even the second was born in USA, and we moved to India when my first one was 2.5 years old and my second one was only 3 weeks old. So there has been a lot of difference between cloth diapering a child in USA versus cloth diapering a child in India, because the washer drying system and washing drying system is different, and the help that you have in India might not have it in elsewhere, or there could be a lot of different things that goes along with like cloth diapering or potty training a child in different countries. Basically, with my first one, we started and tried to potty train him a couple times back in USA, but he finally got potty trained back here in India. So few things that you need to know about potty training is there is also something called elimination communication. So elimination communication, I will just tell you a little bit about it. I don't want to go in details because I don't want this video to be super long. And so basically, elimination communication is where it's basically like early potty training, where you potty train a child very early. You can start potty training or start elimination communication when the baby is only like few minutes old. You can start right from the beginning and go along with the cloth diaper. So basically, you will put all the effort to potty train the child right from the beginning. So you're gonna take the baby every time that you feel like the baby is gonna go for a pee or poop, maybe 15 minutes, half an hour, 1 hour, whatever works for you. I am not a big I don't know a lot about elimination communication because I never tried it myself, but it's basically just early potty training. And although the babies at that point will not be able to talk, but they can really let you know that when they need to know. You can teach them some basic sign language, which will be helpful for them to tell you that when they need to go to the pee or poo. So you can do it. But for me, I always wanted to give the baby the space to be a baby and start potty training when the baby is ready. So I was thinking that I will start potty training my baby, and he's a boy, so I thought 2 years is gonna be a good time for me and the baby to start potty training. So without worrying about potty training early, I was just using regular cloth diapers, and I used to work a lot. My husband was working, so we were kind of just by ourselves, my husband, me, and my older one at that point. So it's kind of like I'm working, I'm coming back, taking care of the baby, my husband's gonna go to work. So it's mostly like one parent taking care of the baby all the time, and then the other one will take care of the baby for rest of the day. And so what I am going to follow, my husband might not be able to follow, so that's why I didn't want it to start the potty training too early because it would be too stressful for us. But my family back in India, they started to tell me at that point that you can try to potty train your child. Your baby is almost a year old, and they get potty trained at this age, most of the babies do. And I was like, okay, let's give it a try. And I got some training pants. Let me just show you. I got him this kind of training pants here. Actually, I have two together. So this kind of training pants I got him. These are, I think, the Disney brand and size 2T for the 2-year-old babies. And this is the smallest the pants that I could find online at that point. And there is the Gerber brands, which I had a couple of them. I probably have like 9 or 12 of the Gerber ones and like 6 or 9 of these guys, and these are only like $2-3 at that time, which was almost 3.5 years back. So I got those pants, and then I was just thinking maybe I can start when the baby is like a little older, not like right at 2 years old, I mean a year old. But then at 13 months old, incident happened. I will try to add a clip here, which is a funny clip where the baby pooped and took off his diaper, threw it on the floor, and his daddy was watching him. So at that point I thought maybe this is a good time to start potty training, because the baby is kind of giving a sign maybe. So I started to use the training pants with him, but at that point, after using it for only like a day or two, I realized this is not the right time, because the baby has zero control over his bladder. So 3 of the main thing that you need to like see for the baby's potty training readiness is, first is the baby gonna be able to control his bladder. That means the baby is probably getting dry diapers for like 2 hours, 3 hours, baby don't pee in the diaper, and then probably you are getting dry diapers at night or the nap time. So that time, you know the baby's bladder is getting more controlled by the baby. So that is very important, which starts at like regular babies who are diapered from birth. This will start coming at around 18 months to 2 years, different time for different babies. So the babies who are used to doing elimination communication, they are basically trained to control their bladder right from the beginning. So that is a different scenario. So if the baby is elimination communication from the beginning, so that's a different scenario. We are talking about my baby who was not elimination communicated from the beginning. So we did cloth diaper for the first couple months, I mean from the birth. And then basically the second thing that you need to see for the baby's readiness is the baby should be able to tell you when baby needs to go pee and poo. So if the baby is unable to tell you, my baby was at least able to do sign language, but he knew very basic ones which was not potty related, which I could have taught him very easily though, but I never really did because he was not ready with the other things at that point. And so the communication has to be very important, because if the baby is not telling you they need to go, it's gonna be very hard for you to catch the pee and poo. And the third thing is gonna be the baby should be able to take down their pant by themselves, like take it down and pull it up. So it's very important for the baby to know that. So this is not always the most important, but kind of important if you are in a family like a nuclear family. It's only you, your husband, and not too much of a help around, and probably you work and stuff like that. But if you live in a joint family, you have a nanny for your baby. So those things are different, which was a different case for me. I didn't had any help with me. I didn't had any nanny who could take care of the baby. So in that case, you have an extra hand with you, so that baby could be potty trained early, because the nanny is gonna take the baby to the bathroom every hour, 2 hours for you. While you are doing your other work, you are probably doing your job, you are doing like household work, taking care of the baby and stuff like that. But for me, I just had a lot in my plate, and I didn't had enough time to take the baby every time to the pee or poo when he needed to. So he really needed to sit on the potty seat by himself and do his business. Some of the time when I was unable to take him, because probably I was stuck with something. So for me, all 3 were not there at that time, and I thought this is not the right time. I'm gonna try back in a couple months. So I started back again in 16 months, because at that time he was able to pull his pant up and down. So I thought maybe this is the right time to start and see how it goes. Again, few days, I found out he's not gonna be able to potty train right now, because he still have zero control over his bladder. I was putting like how the pants were there, like 2 pants together. So also I had carpet floor, and I wanted the carpet like not to get too dirty. Pee, I didn't really care much, but I was afraid that the poop is gonna go out from this leg hole, because there is no elastic, and I was worried about getting the carpet dirty at that point. So even at 16 months, he was keep peeing in the pants. He still couldn't control his bladder that well, and these pants were catching some of the pee with 2 of them, but rest will just drip down in the carpet, which was like not fun for me at least. And then I tried to take him to the potty seat couple times, but still it was really hard, and I found out this is still not the right time for me and my family and the baby to get potty trained. So again, we stopped potty training at that time, and we were like, we still had the potty seat around, but we never really tried to potty train him. By the time baby was 20 months old, I was pregnant again with my second one, and I thought it's gonna be a good idea to get this firstborn potty trained before the second baby is here. That way, it's gonna be easier for me not to have a way too much diaper laundry and too much of a diaper, because newborn diaper, one size diaper, just diaper, the newborn's gonna go through a lot of diapers. There's just gonna be super big load of laundry all the time, because two babies' clothes, our clothes, and the cloth diaper, it's gonna be a lot all by myself with two little babies. So at that point I was thinking, probably try to potty train the first one at around he was 20 months old. But unfortunately at that point, me, my husband were too busy working. We had been working a lot, and like we were leaving home, we were working in a restaurant together, and we were taking our baby in the restaurant. So my baby will be with me behind the house most of the time, or with his dad. He will run around in the restaurant, which was fine. And then we had a small room upstairs of the restaurant where we went and took rest. Baby will sleep with me, we eat there, and spend most of the time with me in the restaurant and in the room, or we will just go for a drive. I used to like take him out in the car rides, and he will be just outside the house. We will be outside the house almost all day long, like from 6:30 in the morning till like 1 in the morning. So most of the time we are outside the house taking nap in the restaurant in our room. So that was not the perfect scenario for us to potty train the baby at that time. So I was like, I'll just try it back when I have time, because I'm the one who has to potty train him. He's not gonna get potty trained just by himself unless he has support and help from me. So we still couldn't potty train him at that point. And then I tried back just before the baby was here, but when my parents were there, and still it was not the perfect time for the baby or me to potty train him. So when we came back to India, he was 2.5 years old, and he was still full-time in diapers. And then it was winter in India, so I was thinking like probably we can start back potty training him at around February or March, because it's gonna be a little warmer, not so cold when he needs to wear a full pant. At that time I can probably let him go with the undie. So in India we have hard floor. I was thinking maybe it's not gonna be too messy like the carpet, so we can probably let him go without a pant or just underwear, not worrying too much about the carpet getting dirty. So when we came back to India, there was just too much going on. The baby needed really to adjust with all the changes that was going on. So did we. And after a couple months, like 3-4 months, in March 2020, we were kind of ready to potty train him back. So I had the potty seat out for him, and I used to keep it in the room, because most of the time we were either in the room or outside, but it was very easy for him to reach to the potty seat when he needed to go and sit and do his business by himself, when I was probably sometimes busy with the little one. So that did work for us in the beginning. So when he had to pee, he will just go sit in the potty seat, he will pee, and then I will throw the pee, wash it, and put it back. I used to put a little bit of like 1/2 inch of water inside the potty seat all the time, because whenever he needed to poop, the poop will not get stuck in the potty seat. It was easy for me to just dunk it to the big toilet and flush it. So I did that worked great, and he was almost potty trained the night. Actually, he started getting dry diapers by the time he was actually at that time like 34 months old. So he was almost potty trained daytime at that point. And he will also go to the bathroom sometimes, pee, put water, and the poop he used to do mostly in the small potty seat, because he didn't really wanted to sit in the big potty seat. And the big potty seat, it was hard for him to pee in that, because it was a little high at that time. He was still pretty short, and I didn't have step stool with the big potty seat because I was scared if he falls sometimes when I am not looking at him. So, but that kind of worked for us, He was almost potty trained by the time he turned 3. At night, I stopped using diapers on him. Initially, I was doing only fitted with no covers, which started getting dry for like weeks. Then I started putting him in unders at night as well with a small booster inside just in case of an accident. But he was pretty good, he was doing pretty good. And then he turned 3 in May 2020. Then like end of June, he got sick, and all of a sudden he was down with his leg pain and then the back pain, and he was totally potty trained for like last 2 months, and all of a sudden he started to wet bed at night, nap, and he didn't really wanted to get up and walk. He didn't really wanted to use a potty seat. At that point we knew that something is wrong, but I mean at that point we had no idea what's going on. And by the time we started his leukemia treatment in end of July, he was back in diapers full time. We went to the hospital. We were using disposables in there because cloth diaper was not allowed for the hygienes, and because of the fact that they are in the medications which is gonna, you know, flush out from their outputs. So I was not using cloth diaper in the hospital, because at home I was still using cloth diapers because I could do 2 washes and they will be clean, I know. But in the hospital I was living with him in there, but home I didn't know who's gonna clean them properly. There was no proper storage in the hospital. It was just a lot. I didn't want to do, you know, complicated thing at that time, because taking care of the baby was the foremost thing at that point. So as he was potty trained before, but due to the treatment and the medications and the side effects, he was totally back in diapers again. And you know, it would be almost 8 to 9 months when he was totally in diapers, although after like first 4 or 5 months he started to tell me when he needed to go to potty, and he will go to the potty and poop. And you know, he was little speech delayed, and he started to really talk when he was 27 months old or 26 months old. So he was still not communicating a lot when he was 3-year-old, but when he was almost 3.5, he could really tell me that he needed to go to pee and poop. So most of the time we tried to take him to the bathroom, but still using diaper at night, because most of the night he will wet the bed. And nap also, I will put a diaper on him. Daytime when he was awake, I will just leave him in the unders. But outside of the house, I prefer to keep him in a diaper, because there's not gonna be, you know, moment when I'm gonna be able to take him to a bathroom or let him pee somewhere. So he was in the diaper outside the house as well. By the time he was like almost 4, I will say, he was again by himself. He was still under the treatment, but as he's growing up, he will be like, you know, I'm a big kid, I don't want to wear a diaper outside anymore. So slowly he started to refuse diaper after turning 4, and he would still wear a diaper only in the nap time and night time, because the rest of the time he can let me know. Even for outside, slowly I started to stop putting him on diapers and, you know, have a backup plan. When he needed to pee or something, I'll probably have like a paper cup or something so that he can at least pee in it and I can dispose it. So stuff like that, and which worked. And now he's almost 4.5-year-old. Last 2 months I will say he don't want to wear a diaper at all at any time of the day. He will probably just wear like just underwear, padded underwear for nap time. He will like, you know, wake up from nap most of the time dry. But the night I was worried, I was still putting him in a fitted or a flat with a wool cover, which he was initially fine. But like a last month or so, he just don't want to wear a diaper. He will be like, you know, I'm a big boy, I don't want to be wearing a diaper. Put the diaper on Bhai, means his brother, so he just don't want to wear the diaper. And I respect his freedom. I respect that the fact he knows his body. He will tell me that I will wake up and tell you that I need to go pee. So I was like, okay, you don't want to wear a diaper, that's fine, you don't have to wear a diaper. So although after that I had a few accidents at night, probably like 2-3 times in that a month or month and a half period of time, but right now most of the time he doesn't pee at night. If we really have to, he will sometime wake me up, and you know, there's been time when he just peed a little bit before he could wake up and tell me that we need to go. So now I'm not putting any diaper on him, and I try to, you know, reduce the liquid intake at night so that he's not like peeing a lot like he's not getting too much liquid in his body at night, so he might not pee that much. And I'm making sure that I take him to pee in the bathroom right before coming to bed, no matter what. So that has been helpful. If he's not peeing at night, I know he might have an accident. Then when he sleeps, I'll just sleep in a booster in his pant. But you know, most of the time it's been pretty good. He's going to the bathroom and peeing right before sleeping, both before nap and nighttime, and he's not peeing in the bed anymore. I don't know what's gonna happen in future. Things can happen, you know, accidents may happen. I am fine with 1 or 2 accidents in the bed because they're just babies. That's what the baby's supposed to do, you know, that's fine. And the fact that my second one is now only 26 months old and he's starting to talk a little bit just like his brother did, he is kind of getting interested in potty training just by himself. So I was giving all the time that he needed to get potty trained to my second one, because I didn't even try to potty train him at any time before now. But what is happening right now, he will tell me when he poops. So after pooping, not before, which would have been helpful, but he's at least communicating, you know. After pooping, he will come to me and he will say, "Mama, poo poo." So I know he had poo poo, so I need to go and change his diaper. Also, after peeing, he will come and tell me, "Mama, pee pee," when he's in underwear or in just a pan, not a diaper. In the diaper, he doesn't tell me. Diaper, a couple hours, he will go good without telling me. But in a pant, or because it's also cold time, he probably feels cold in the diaper, because I mean in the pants, the training pants or the regular pants, because he could feel the wetness. The other diapers that he wears, most of them are stay dry, so he doesn't even feel anything. He will not be bothered. But otherwise, after doing his business, he will come back to me for change. So I know he's communicating before I know he's gonna tell me before he has to go to pee. Also, when he's seeing the older one to go to the bathroom, he wants to go to the bathroom too and pee just like a big boy. So I will just take his pants off, he will go pee in the floor, put water, come back. So what I'm thinking is to probably get the potty seat out for the little one, and then we can start potty training him as well, although it's earlier than I anticipated, because my older one was not even ready until he was 3. And I mean, but the fact that we were not able to potty train him when he turned 2 or something, that might have affected as well. But anyway, we are just gonna start to potty train my second one in probably like a week or so, and I will try to have some of the informations down for you guys how I am potty training my second one in India. That way you might have a better idea. And after my child, I mean the older one, will just wear this kind of underwear or this kind of undies without wearing a pant on top, and this have a pocket in here, so he just have like really fun, you know, peeing from the pocket kind of stuff. And then I'm also starting to get few more padded underwears from like my shop itself for my little one, who is getting pretty ready to potty train. And this one's have semi-waterproof and couple layers of muslin inside, so which is helpful for the babies to catch the accidents and no leakage. So we will see how it goes. And for the training pants, the link is gonna be down in the description box below. You can check it out. There's also a sale going on right now, which you can take a full benefit of. Anyway, the link's gonna be down below in the description box. If you're new to our channel, make sure you subscribe to our channel before you go. I know this video was a super long video probably, and you know, thank you for being with me for so long and listening to my story of potty training my first one. And I hope you will follow us on our social medias. Until our next video, love your babies.